Yes, we have been controlling traffic during peak hours for quite some time, and we are so grateful that the task force headed by the Assistant Minister for Transport, we have decided to implement some changes which will improve, and we will be conducting a trial for 1 month.
Yeah.
And our role is to enforce it. We'll be controlling traffic at the various intersections that have been identified. And we think that we will improve the travel time from Suba to Nosori, or Nosori to Suba in the morning.
Okay.
I know you've got
no, you know. I had something to say. So just the other day, I fell into a pothole.
Okay. So normal Tuesday.
And I was like, okay, do I make a post about this on social media? And I said, and now I'm meeting you here. So I just, for conversation's sake, potholes is something that people go through in our country a lot. It's an issue, and I'm sure our viewers watching would want to hear a little bit about that as well. So that's one of the problems that we face on our roads. How are there plans to help fix those issues as well?
It's in our daily maintenance program, fixing potholes. That's a daily. So for officers, they do daily inspections. They identify those, and they put it in the program for it to be fixed. It's a normal maintenance program.
Normal maintenance. Is there any way, for example, if the team hasn't been able to catch, areas of problem in certain places, is there any way for the public to be able to let the team know somehow, like a hotline they can call to say?
I think FRA has got a hotline, and every complaint that comes in, they are issued with a service request numbers, where we have to respond to that within a timeline.
Okay. So if you're watching, there you go. There is a line that you can call if there is an area of problem that you are facing. So please make use of that. And there is a maintenance team that's going to be out there to help try and fix that situation. But on the other hand, I did want to say that the police is doing such a great job, with the traffic control and everything. So thank you so much. To hear that there's 3 major organizations working together to alleviate the traffic congestion in our country is very nice to hear. It's a very positive impact or change that's coming. So I'd like to thank you as a citizen and as a driver. I'd like to personally thank you very much for this initiative.
And Mr. Penny, any last comment you'd like to leave with our viewers this morning?
Yes, we just want to, just like Senior Superintendent has already alluded that we are going to do a public consultation on things that we're going to do on the road from next week, especially consulting with the schools. Because one of the major problems we face on the roads, congestion, creating congestions are schools drop out and pick up. And we are trying to, from next week, it will be led by the Assistant Minister for Transport, Mr. Naisatunda, to visit schools, so that we can address the problems of trying to relocate the entry and traffic management type of thing, so that they can, it's like in Reskur, one of the major problems is Reskur for picking and dropping at Pangil Road. It's really creating, there's a lights and there's a runabout, and what the ripple effects of that on the existing, it's quite, so we are trying to do a public consultation from the 5th, and for 2 weeks, and we're going to do the implementation of this traffic mitigations on the roads, physical ones, where it will be enforced by police and for 1 month for trying.
Sure.
Can I just say, people are always waiting for public consultation, and they've been asking for it. So I think a lot of people are going to be happy to hear that you are involving them in this decision-making process.
It's everybody's problem.
Yes.
It's not only the stakeholders.
True.
Road safety is everybody's problem.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
True. And Mr. Wangalemu, any last comments you'd like to leave with our viewers this morning?
I'd like to thank all the road users for bearing with us in the past, and we need your support during this trial so that we can achieve what we are trying to do, and that is for you to travel safely to your destination.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Penny and Mr. Moses, for coming on the set this morning. We wish you all the best, and I'm sure the work is huge, and it's going to take all of us. I'm sure the viewers at home have got a part to play as well in making our road safer, and not only for ourselves, but for the next generation as well. Stay with us, we've got more for you straight after this.
Wake up, it's a beautiful day. Wake up.
Yanda Pinaka, and welcome back to Breakfast at Fiji One. Wow.
No.
Have not said that in years. That was amazing. I can't believe
so
I didn't fumble that up. Thank you for letting me do the intro.
Sure.
Thank you for having me on the show. I'm co-hosting. I'm Shamia Singh, and I'm co-hosting today with Devita. He's my work bestie, by the way. We worked at Fiji TV for a few years together before I left, and he's invited me back on the show.
Yep.
And I'm having a lot of fun because the previous two segments, speaking with the CEO for LTA and the FRA and the Fiji Police, oh my goodness, so insightful, especially if you're a driver, especially if you're someone who owns a vehicle. I hope that you guys can go back and listen to that interview because there's some great changes coming.
True.
And the fact that they're involving the public, having public consultation, that is something that the public always want more of. And so now it's happening, especially with such a pressing issue of like traffic congestion and stuff, you know?
Well, there's something about public consultation that organizations are always scared to do, is the fact that they will hear from the people and they will tell us everything that's wrong with our organization. You need to hear this.
You need to hear it. Organizations, or whether it be government or any other body, you need to hear the criticism. And it'll only help you get better, because at the end of the day, it's the people that are the ones using the services, you know, so you have to improve for them.
Well, there you have it. They did mention that it's going to be, they posted it on their social media pages. You can actually see where they're going to be having the consultation, when it's going to be happening. So please, if you're complaining about the roads, there's the right place to go and complain about.
Voice your concerns. Social media is one thing, and you can do it on that, but the best place is to go to these forums and let them hear you directly. And you know, I honestly fell, I bought a new car recently, and then I fell into a pothole that I couldn't see, like it was raining, and so the pothole was covered with water. And I was so angry, and I was like, I'm gonna make a video about this. You know, Sikali has done this funny skit. There used to be a show on TV called Funny Side Up, and he did pot lovo. So he found a pothole and he did lovo in it, you know. And Fiji, everyone knows it. Fiji has a pothole problem, and so like what he said. There's a hotline that you can call and let them know, like, hey, there's potholes here. Can you come and please get the team to look at it, because in case they miss it, they can't be everywhere at once. They're not Jesus.
Well, now people are more vocal online. They're just, you know, spreading all of these things. Every time there's like a little inconvenience in your life, you start posting online, whether it be pothole or whatever you're facing at work, anything at this point. But there's a question that I would want to ask you, and I feel like you're the best person to answer this question. How do we?
Because I'm wisdomous?
Maybe not.
I'm pretty wisdomous.
I mean, thank you very much for thinking that you are the only one.
Pretty philosophical. Is that all
There's one thing that I always want to know, and I feel like the viewers at home would be interested to know as well. How do you navigate through social media?
Okay, so this is a very important question, because a lot of people want to learn how to get on social media and start doing content creation and becoming an influencer. And I spoke at a conference one time and said, the audience first, the audience chooses who's going to be the influencer and who not, okay? But every single person in this world has the ability to become an influencer and a content creator. Everyone, because if you think your life is boring, let me correct you right now. Your life is not boring. Your life is interesting to at least one other person. And that's an audience.
Wow.
Yeah, people think that, like, oh, you know, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. I just clean up the house. I look after my kids. As if people are going to find that interesting. Hello? Do you know how many stay-at-home moms are there in the world that are going to look at you and be inspired by how you do things? So every single person's life is interesting to at least one other person. So don't be afraid. Don't think that you are boring, number one. And don't be afraid to just do it. Sometimes what we do, and this is my problem as well, we overthink and then nothing happens. Nothing gets done because we're overthinking. So that. Don't overthink, just get started. Just get started. And that's how we started on social media. We were overthinking and it was taking so long. And one day we just said, stop it. Let's just get it done. Let's just post something. And the moment we posted that something, oh, kalas. So like my kalas. So my first video, Tevita, it was just me introducing myself. I was still working in television. And it was a video that I said in vernacular, and I was like, "Bula naya vangu ashanya, oya naya lewani rewa vasu itavuni," and then I explained, you know, like what I do here in television, and it blew up, and I gained so many followers just from that one video, because I just said, just do it. So imagine what can happen for your life. And you know, the way I am thriving now, I have never been in this position in my life. I have never done this well in my life. And that's because I took a risk and I just said, just do it. Who cares what people think? You live once. Once you live in this world, make it count. Someone I really look up to is Beyonce. I talk about her very often because she's very inspirational to me. She doesn't care what people say. She doesn't care about the negativity. She just keeps doing her thing. And you know her song, I Was Here? That song is so inspirational. She said, I want to leave a mark on this earth before I go. I want to make a difference. So be that person, have that mindset, make a difference, and just do it. Just go ahead and do it. And then eventually you'll start learning how algorithms work. You'll learn like how Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, for example, the three main ones, they all have different algorithms. And you'll start learning about these technical things once you just throw your inhibitions away and just jump on the platform.
Wow. Those are powerful words. There's something that you mentioned one time. For those that are afraid to put out content, and they're worried about the number of followers, it's coming in dribs and drabs. It's not according to the tempo that they would want, or the pace that they would want to be in. And you mentioned one time, just keep posting. Grow your followers organically.
That's what I had just forgotten. Like when you post a video and you get 10 views. Okay, I spoke about this at the conference too. So you post a video, you get 10 views, you get 10 likes. And you're like, you look at it and you compare with someone who got millions of views and millions of likes. And you're like, well, mine didn't do that well. Honey, put those 10 people, put 10 people in a room with you. If you got 20 views, if you got 50 views, if you got 100 views or 100 likes compared to someone who gets 5,000 likes, put 100 people in a room with you. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people.
I mean, for us, when we put out content and we say, even if one person reacts to it, one person engages with it, likes it, feels inspired by it, that's enough. We have made a difference to one person. So imagine putting 100 people in a room with you. Don't go off numbers. Do not worry about your views and your likes. You need to get that thought out of your head, because that's what holds people back. When you start not getting a lot of likes and views, you start like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Are you doing it for the likes and views, or are you doing it because you live once? You want to just let out that creativity that you have and inspire someone. You don't even know the amount of people you'll be inspiring. You will never know how many people feel inspired by your life. So just do it.
What a great message to end this segment with. When we come back, we've got a song that we will end our show with.
Wake up, it's a beautiful day. Wake up.
That do not know, Shania is also a singer.
Oh,
Before we, you were afraid there, huh?
Oh my God, so scared. Because the morning voice, you know, when it hasn't been warmed up, and I haven't been singing for a very long time. Last performance was in vocal battle, and I mucked that up a little bit, okay, because the voice wasn't ready. But yeah, no, I love singing, and I've been blasting Beyonce's new album in the car, like on my way here.
Is that what inspired the hair as well, the Beyonce
everything.
look? Really?
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm a little concerned, by the way.
Why?
No, it's just, okay, no, not concerned at all. Like, this is totally normal.
Yeah, oh, the hair, but everyone's asking about the hair because I always straighten it or, you know, curl it or something. I'm just like, I left it natural. I've been leaving it natural because as I get older, I am starting to feel more and more comfortable in my natural state. So I wear a lot less makeup now.
Okay.
I'm leaving my hair a little bit more natural, and I'm just a little bit more comfortable. So eventually, when you realize the amount of negativity that you get on social media and what people say about you, when you learn to get past that, you just don't care what anyone thinks.
Definitely.
So you just be yourself, you know, and you're happy with it.
So unapologetically Shania Singh.
Yeah, always.
Okay, there you go. Well, a song that we will end our show with today is Stars Collide. And the name of the artist, Stars Collide. The name of the artist is Mark Harmony.
Wow, I haven't heard that
this
one.
is all the way from Marshall Islands. So, yeah. By the way, we're streaming to the Pacific as well.
What?
So, would you like to say good morning to those in the Pacific?
Well, Vinaka, what countries? I didn't know. Oh my gosh, my excitement! I didn't know that. So
we will be back with you tomorrow morning.
Oh
it's going to be a great show with Shania Singh. A lot of other conversations are going to be happening.
Why didn't you tell me this before we started?
I thought you knew this. That's
no,
fine.
I didn't.
Have a great day. We'll see you again bright and early tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. She's going to be here on time. I'm speaking that into existence.
I'm claiming
and I
it.
hope the Lord is listening. Father, do this for me
Wake
one
me
time.
up at 3 o'clock, Kevita.
Have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye.
I see his scars with the moonlight shining through. Running round with my head in the night sky. I hear your name dancing in the wind. Feel your touch on my skin. And all I have is you right there by my side. We can watch the stars collide. Oh my darling, me oh mine. All I have is you right there by my side. Sunset in your island eyes. I don't wanna say goodbye. This is paradise.
The stars see us dancing beneath the trees. Yeah, we're wide awake, baby, you know. I see your face in the moonlight. 요즘 배워야
And all I have is you right there by my side. We can watch the stars collide. Oh my darling, me oh mine. And all I have is you right there by my side. Sunset in your island eyes. I don't wanna say goodbye. This is paradise. 에칠하게 나우리지 괴자이스 배워디바 Cause we're not in the not in the.
Bulavinaka, and welcome to Talk Business, where we bring you the latest updates and insightful discussions from the world of finance. Tonight on the show, we'll be speaking to the CEO of Merchant Finance, Mr. Vela Waseliwa, where we'll be diving into two game-changing offerings that could revolutionize the way individuals and businesses access finance. And that is their new zero-deposit home loan product and the recently launched MSME loan product, which offers up to $500,000 in funding for small and medium-sized businesses. Bulavinaka, Mr. Vela, thank you for joining us on Talk Business. Can you tell us a bit about Merchant Finance Limited and its core mission?
Merchant Finance, we've been around for more than 3 decades. It was set up originally by IFC along with the Fiji Development Bank to look at providing development finance. So we got our license around 1992 to operate as a credit institution, and we've been it's growing from there. Primarily our core business has been on motor vehicle finance and asset finance, and then that's something that we do pretty well. And compared with the rest of the market, we hold the majority share for that segment. However, as environments change, we've decided to diversify our portfolio and look into different segments and different products. So, and that's what I'd like to talk about here today. Yeah.
And one of the main topics tonight is your zero deposit home loan. What led to the development of this product?
So we started off with a land subdivision proposition as part of our Vanua Finance project. So when we were looking, so Vanua Finance was launched in July last year, and it was to service indigenous-owned businesses. An objective that's in line with our parent company, Fijian Holdings, to try and get a lot more indigenous participation in the business sector. There were 4 areas that we looked at, and one of them, the main one, was actually land subdivision. So we felt that that was the easiest thing to do with the biggest result. When we were looking at that land subdivision product, we found that there was an opportunity to then finance the lots that were provided out of those land subdivision. And then that's when we decided to dig a deeper into that opportunity. And what we wanted to do was to roll out a product that wasn't the same as what's already available in the market. So we looked at 6 challenges for home loan. Affordability was one of them. What we found was that people were able to pay the loan repayments, to make the loan repayments, but they didn't have deposits saved. What we found was that people had agreement for leases, but none of the banks would provide finance. What we found that serviceability in terms of people's commitment, they couldn't put aside enough to make repayments for low-income earners. So when we looked at all of that, we then came up with a product in its current state. And I'd like to call out, people know about the product as a zero deposit home loan product. It's not just that. Zero deposit is the main feature. But the other things that differentiates this product from the rest of the home loan product in the market is that we do up to 50% debt service ratio, which means that our standard, our default is 50% of your pay can go to servicing your loan, while the industry standard is between 40 to 45%. And on an exception basis, we can move that 50% to 65%, because we strongly believe that people's priorities in terms of lending, the number one is home. The other key feature for it is up to 30-year term. Now, other banks have up to 30-year term, but based on retirement age. We look at up to 30-year term, not only based on retirement age, but in some cases we say, look, at the end of the day, when you're 60 years old, you would have somebody in your family that you are likely to give this property to. So why don't we bring them along the journey now, especially when you're trying to secure the first property for the family, and get them involved, and they'll eventually take over it, after you turn 60. What that does, it allows the client to take a much longer term than they would have qualified for. So it brings in people who are in their late 40s, early 50s, who if they go to other banks, they can only get 10-year term, which is restrictive. So this opens up the opportunity for those in that age bracket to come in and get longer terms and to be able to offer financing. I could talk through the whole day on the other features, but we'll leave it there.
And how does the zero deposit home loan work? Who is eligible for it?
Okay. So zero deposit, our target market is first homeowners. So we're looking at now first homeowners regardless of a salary bracket. I think there's a misconception that we are only targeting those earning 50,000 and below. No, we're targeting customers regardless of a salary bracket. I mean, we've got some customers who are earning more than 100,000 that are coming to us and they're purchasing their first home. The zero deposit is for those purchasing a house that's already constructed, right? So you have to meet and if you're earning 50K and below, your interest rate is 3.99%, interest on reducing balance, and fixed for 5 years. And if you still earn below 50K and that's still your own property, after 5 years, there's an opportunity to fix that rate for another 5 years at a fee of $300, which is feedback we're getting. It's quite reasonable. Right? If your salary is above 50,000, then the interest rate you get is 5.99, interest on reducing balance. Now, for customers say, look, the banks charge lower than that. The banks go between 3.5 to 3.99 in terms of their pricing, and said, well, that's fine, but the banks don't have the zero deposit feature. And we actually encourage customers to come to us, especially those earning above 50,000. Right? Come to us, secure your first property, and then refinance with the banks later on. Right? Our objective is to finance first home for as many people as possible. And if the question arises that, well, if you're just going to move them to the other bank, why would you do that? Well, for us, the way we look at it is, one, you're never going to forget us because we funded your first home. The second one is that when you refinance to another bank, that frees up funding for us that we can use for another person that wants to buy a house. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, and how do you manage the risk that's associated with offering a home loan without requiring a deposit?
So we use the market value. The financing is up to the market value or the purchase price, which is usually the purchase price, right? And what that means, if somebody is buying, let's say, a property at 200,000, that means that in the market there's then appetite to buy that property for 200,000, right? What we are also seeing is that so for that 200,000 we have sufficient security, right? In that sense. The other thing that mitigates that risk is that because it's your first home, and what we're seeing in terms of the demographics of the customers coming to us, they're between the age of 30 and 40, and a lot of them are renting. So this customer base, they will value that first home, and they will not let it go. So we feel that there is actually a strong emotional connection to make sure that whatever happens, make your home loan repayment. So that reduces the risk for us too. The third one, and I guess just looking at the market, there's a shortage in supply at the moment. So if you default on your first home, there'll be a dozen or so more people that will take up that house. right? And that's the reality of the market at the moment. And that's one of the reasons we were comfortable in coming to market with a zero deposit product. Obviously, we're monitoring the market closely. I think 2 or 3 years from now, things may change, right? And we may have to review that zero deposit facility. But that's at the moment it doesn't look like it's going to be changing in the short to medium term, right?
We'll go to a quick commercial break, and we will be back with more. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. You're watching Talk Business, and I'm here with the CEO of Merchant Finance, Mr. Vela Rerowaselio. Mr. Rerowaselio, what advice would you give to someone who is considering applying for this zero deposit home loan product?
I'd say contact us. So talk to us first. Ask us to do an eligibility test. I'm assuming those who want to buy their home right now, they're currently working. What we can do is tell them what the eligibility is right now. We also have another 2 products that we're launching at the end of this month. One of them is a land loan product. So if they can't afford a home, they can at least buy land to start off with. The second advice is to minimize your commitments, your loan commitments especially. What we're finding we've had more than 200 customers coming to us for their eligibility checks. What we're finding with them is that a lot of them are overcommitted with unsecured personal loans with ourselves or with other providers of unsecured personal loan. So for those wanting to buy a home, try not to take any more unsecured personal loan, but firstly come to us and get an eligibility test done.
Yeah. And moving on to the MSME loan product, tell us about this product and how it is designed to help MSMEs.
Okay. There's a lot of MSME loan products at the moment in the country. Again, that's been a focus not only for the industry but also for government. We've decided to come in and focus on women-owned businesses because we felt that the 5,500 women-owned MSMEs that exist in the market, that was a sizable enough business for us. The key feature that we have there is that this is our first product that has interest on reducing balance. The interest rate is 9.49%, and it's a product that's designed to meet the Reserve Bank MSME guarantee facility requirements. What that means is, and we're a secured lender, so we only give loans to business customers who have some form of security. However, there's a new feature in this product. It's called, we have what is called a loan to security value ratio. What that means is that if your security or the asset that you're giving to us to hold as collateral, if it's worth 100,000, normally what the banks would do is they would give you a loan up to 80% of that, so only up to 80,000. With women-owned businesses, we are giving loans up to 200% of that. So if you've got, let's say, $50,000 worth of asset, then we will give you $100,000 worth of loans. And that's important for 2 reasons. One, because we are targeting existing businesses, they would have some form of security. That ratio allows them to not only finance assets, but also finance working capital, which they would require to expand their business. Right? The second reason that it's important is for existing businesses who don't have any assets, so they could then come to us to seek financing for their first asset. And that could be in the form of vehicles, let's say a motor vehicle, a fiberglass boat, solar panels, and so on. So those are really what we see as different in the market and will help encourage people to take up our product.
And what type of businesses are eligible for the MSME loans up to $500,000?
We're looking at businesses who meet the Reserve Bank of Fiji MSME criteria. So essentially, businesses whose turnover is less than 1.25 million per year, and whose assets are valued at less than 1.25 million. We also are looking at businesses who've been running for at least 1 year, and ideally majority women owned. I mean, the product is open to everyone, but we want to focus on majority women owned businesses.
What impact do you think this loan package will have on the Fijian economy as a whole?
As we are focusing on existing business who want to scale up, we expect a lot more funds to flow into the economy, because as we fund these businesses, they will then support other MSMEs who are service providers for them. Number one. Number two is, as they scale up, we're anticipating that more employment is created as a result of this. And because the loan amount is up to 500,000, now that's quite a large number, right? We're expecting some of these MSMEs with our funding to then be promoted outside of MSME, as in for them to become large commercial enterprises as opposed to MSMEs. Yeah.
And I'm sure you're already receiving interest from MSME and entrepreneurs. Tell us about those interests.
We're getting quite a number of interest already. A few startups, but a few existing customers who have some form of security, but it's always never been enough for funding. So we're quite glad that they're using that particular feature around the 200% loan to value ratio. We're getting a range. Mainly a lot of customers based in Suva, but we would like to encourage customers in the north and in the west too. We've got 9 branches across Fiji, so that's quite a large distribution point that people can go to. Yeah.
And apart from your 9 branches around the country, is some of these aspiring entrepreneurs might find it difficult to apply through traditional method. How are you encouraging a faster, smoother application process for them, especially those in the rural areas, those that can access finance?
Okay. We have a new service. So last year we launched Vanua Finance and Marama Finance. We've put out a service in the market called Talanoa Finance. Essentially, it's a contact center with a difference. And the reason we haven't formally launched that is that there's a few moving parts, a few parts that we haven't implemented yet. Once we do, then we'll go for a public launch. But essentially, at the moment, we are addressing those who don't have access to our branches in 2 ways. One, we are working with our stakeholders to accompany them on roadshows. For example, we've been to Bonambalavu, we've been to Ovalau, we've been to Moala, we've been to Namosi, and other parts in the peri-urban areas of the main two cities. The other way is just getting people to contact us, so to give us a call. Eventually, where we want to get to is, as Vodafone and Digicel improve access to internet, and with the availability of Starlink in Fiji, where we want to get to is for customers to be able to give us a video call, and then you would have an actual MFL staff talk to them about their needs and solutions, that we can have them and all that. We do have a digital strategy that's currently being implemented at the moment, and in a couple of months' time we'll be coming to market for that. However, our digital strategy is a bit different, because we feel that we still need to have a human element associated with our digital strategy, which is why where Talanoa Finance comes in to say, look, if you're going to reach us digitally, you'll still talk to an actual person, not email, not chat, actual talk, and and see their face and so on. I think that it's important to maintain that level of interaction. Yeah.
Mr. Rero, we'll go to a quick commercial break and we will be back with more. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. You're watching Talk Business. Mr. Rere Wasiliwa, from all your loan product, which one is currently, getting a lot of, successful applicants and interest from the members of the public?
Yeah. It's our motor vehicle finance product. I mean, it's our most successful product has always been and will continue to be. I mean, we don't want to deviate from being the best in motor vehicle finance. However, we do need to diversify our product portfolio, which is why we've introduced other products.
Mm-hmm. As the CEO, how do you see the role of merchant finance evolving in the coming years, particularly with these new and some more new products to come?
Yeah. Look, we aspire to be a commercial bank. In terms of what that looks like, we haven't settled on that yet, but we definitely aspire to be a commercial bank. Our vision is to be the best provider of financial services in Fiji, and we can't do that without being a commercial bank. There's only so much we can do as a licensed credit institution. So over the last year or so, we've been going through a transformation program. We've hired a lot of talent from the market, from ANZ, BSP, HFC, etc., to build up our our people capabilities, and that has been key to rolling out all these changes. Now, so in the last 7 months, we've rolled out 2 services, Vanua Finance and Marama Finance. We've rolled out 2 products already, and we've got another 2 products that we're going to be launching next week. And there's a couple of other activities that'll be happening over the next 6 months. So there's a lot going on, and all of this is trying to get us ready in that journey to actually become a commercial bank.
Yeah. And tell us more about these 2 new products that you are working on and to be launched in the coming days.
Okay. So one is a land loan product, and the other is a land subdivision product. As I had mentioned before, with Vanua Finance, the main there are 4 pillars that we're focusing on. The main one is land subdivision. There's a shortage of supply of homes in Fiji. Yet everywhere we go, there's empty land, right? So by focusing on landowners through the Vanua Finance program, we feel that we can have a win-win situation. On one end, you have the landowners, obviously the land
Malo, Kaptai, mana ia sauduningam tapen penanga.
Talofa, olo e mai mo mai le tautua le ala talua le KVZK TV, Pango Pango, America Samoa. You are watching KVZK TV Channel 2, Pango Pango, American Samoa.
Mataia tato por kalame ia mavatu sa mato tala e fatuli mai le paia manu malu wa ofia le nei tula le aso no tala pula mo fatu lo ngalava no ngai er paia le nei aso o le aso le li o le aso silsilese ia o le aso foina te ngaso lo ai malu le atunu le uta malitai ai tawia na o failo Mala fua se famtalanga le nei tula le aso. Ono le nei aso to faina. Fa yelo leo fai mali tai fanua. Le fio atu le fionga le tai fono le fionga le manual fale te nane o committee fa foio le humanities. Mato te vatuai se leo le fatalofa ma le lima le fatalofa le nei tula le aso. O le nei lava aso. O le aso na moi michei pe o le tala ya tutuila mape moi mana tunatuai na ia taunu mai le nei aso a to faina. Ia te ula ma lea matele o te whaatulo o tuai pa ia o le kalesia le malai o kanana whaunei. Sua ila usunga le toino le taitai whono ia seifoloia te nani o laula wa whono. O malu o whawhengainga tau le langi o le kalesia. Ia e tai nani e tua lalo ma le aia iuli i whalitua. O te whaatulo atu fo i le pa ia ma le awhia o le nei aso e le ngata tauli maina se whamtalanga. Pa ia whale atua le sao mai. Pa ia manu malu la whainau inga titofi o le atua. Sula o sunga toina i tainane foi la wafionga pātele e lasi o la whainau inga titofi o le atua. E ele manatu auto pa ia mauto sale a vea ta auto la ia i le whata sasina o le atua o lo auto lima mutuaina. Pa ia whale malo le fio la wafionga ko vansili e tainane tau pulenga se yo lava i le pa ia manu malu o mtanga luenga teitasi. E watu le limo le whatalofa le nei tula le aso. Fio la wafionga ko vansili. Ai te nane foi le lutena ko vana. Pa ia whale atu nuu, maunga te tele se yo i maunga iti. A mata mai le tai efo tui manua se pa ia le mena tai alalo ai le ia sa saumane. O te whatulo watu le pa ia sa moa poto ai te nane le nei aso. O pa ia le ngawha tau limaina se whamtalanga. Pa ia wata oto au se alo o. Tu atu la ia i tō ma tamatua tula tō le atinu la tau te ngafa tau limaina ma malu le avea o le nei aso tainane pa ia ma malu tau oto. E leo le manatu le nei aso le afio atu le fionga le malu al fale. O le komiti whaafoia le humanities. Le aso ato whaina le nei aso tātou te o mai. Tātou te o mai ai iuli ai tainane wha manatu le aso. Ai mese foi le manu lau tio le nei aso e aru lava le prokalame mwhailo lona matango fie. Ai mese le mamalu le mafuanga male tinu wa leion tato mafuta le nei aso. Le ia tau tele le maleava tele le nei tula le aso. A fai foi ua matou le atosa matou whamtalanga malu ave fale ono le temin taunga amatai. Ai o le nei aso o te wala watu maleava tele ma le whaaloalo i lau sunga le toina. Lau sunga se floi, se esu mai. Tātou mori la palapo malo ma ave se whapolo ma se whasangi le atua. Ono le nei aso ma tawalu mangan. Whenga iai le atinu le uta malitai. Ia e whaaftai lele la nganga ifo le la. Ia o lo mawalunga pea le masina le mamanu o malipa ia o le atinu. Malifalo al lapo.
O le a tātou tāpua i le atua tō tasi pa ia. O le a tātou pese le pese ivas fulman lua. Sa unia leu fai pese leu soli mai Samoa. Ia oro tali malo ai amalvia. Filipi o le mta upu e lua, whai upu e lima e o le iwa lo iai upu nei. Ia te o tau fo i le nei manatu, o ia ke riso Iesu. O le sa winga whadasi ma le atua. E le manatu o ia o se mea u mau, lona tūlanga tutusa ma le atua. A ua sa atu o ia, e ia lava, e whai mona le winga o le polonga, e lona whanau mai, whapei o le tangata. Tasi ke riso, a ua tele tū maanga whakele si ano. Tasi le atua, a ua anoa i tū maanga whale atua. Tasi le kale sia ke riso, a ua whelanu lanua i tū maanga whae kale sia. E tasi lau Samoa, e pele i lo loto molo nganga. A ua whau masoloi tū maanga wha Samoa. O whea le tū maleanga e sao. O whea le kale sia e lelei. O whea lau anga nuu e malia ato atoa i aile atua. O le fesili tau awe le nā o le alawa no nofo matato. O le afiafi le nei. O le auto tu sila i tū maanga. O autua ama o tātou mātua. Ai whawhitai le tō whaal komiti. Le taulanga langa. Sei o tātou toi tepa i tua i tala tuu. Tala sa tu talinga. Wha solo mai e autua ama o tātou mātua. Leo o tātou whauai le nei i aso. Matuli mata i aitai ao ma le lumanai. O tū maanga o le mea e whau e le tangata i lona si o manga. A o le fasili tau awe lea. A wae le ese tua a leone. E ese tū maanga nuuli. E ese foi tū maanga susana vesele matafuna. Pala uta ma le tuala tai. Le kale sia i Filipi, o le kale sia o sia opo ma sia sau. Tangata mai I ma o. A leo sa whai le li o le kale sia. O upu a le kale sia o le ai fatu mai tū maanga. Mai lea sia o manga ma lea sia o manga. A le na nau lea le apostolo. Mana o mea watu tupu maali ae. Le li o le kale sia. Se tu ia mea tū maanga. A le lalolangi. E uina ese. Ai au mai le li o le kale sia. Le e tasi tātou. Le sa tauro ke riso. Tu le ese o manatu. Le misa ma le whetau wai. O ai o sao. O mātou e le lei. O mātou e fia i ai le atua. A le whamanatu lea le apostolo nu ese i le kale sia i Filipi. Tu oe. Tu lo sao. Tu lau wha mua. Ai a tātou o mai le lio. Matasi I tātou uma. So ia le whina wale. So ia le mimita ma whaualunga. Ai a tasi I tātou. Ia ke liso malona manu malo. Ma ai I le li. Sa whai lele ai le anganu. Wa tōlona mamalu. Le li o ke liso. Sa mamalu lona nofo ali. Ia o le tū lea maanga le atua. A ua le vau ia lona alofa e sa ili mai oe le tangata angasala. O tū lona nofo ali I mamalu. A ua sau se I so o ta anganu. So o ta tū maanga. Lo ta fe ese a iai. Le lalolangi o matanga. Le lalolangi o malepe. A le ua whanau le pepe o Christmas. Ia alofa mai le atua le tātou pō fia le nei a fiafi. ia uli masaulo fa'amoemoe tutui le mamanua ma ia te outou le alofa ma le file mua o le atua le a tatou toe pepese le isi pese e saunia e aufai pese le usori e aloa fio ai le paio aigo mavenga nofo ai tuala ma le amamua le tua le atua lo fai ua whale lo atu no ma e ua whanga poto ua mata tu mua ua mata whale upolu mātou whaafitai o no lo lofa sa tuli loa le soifua ma le ola fe au mangaluenga o le so ia lea o sa wha inu so ala upule le wha moe la fua iatu tō pule la ufio e manui ai mea o le so e lunga o au whai pese ma utalo vau manu e kale sia lo manuia ma lo file mu fionga le pelestene ma le laulau al komiti ia iai le tō wha ma le wha utautanga a wā lava le sila mamau i au tū mauanga wha atu mauina pea i nganga o whanau o le atuno manuia le malo longa le whai ngā malo i ona taitai o na iu kale sia ke lisiano le lalolangi ia te mātou lo manuia e whamanatuai le ai tau aso fia o mātou se maangasala le li e whamangalo i mātou o le tatalo lea whatasi ma le tele o le ano noai o tatalo lilo o le tangata le vaia o fwoi nātu e whai alo finga ngalo so ia lava le whai o mātou loto e ala lava ia Iesu le li whaola Amen Amen.
O le nganga whaafitai le sunga toina ia saifuloi e whapewhoi o le taitai whono le kalisia whapatonga tiano ia mika sa monei ma le malai whono i kanana whonei le nganga whaafitai. Sa usteimi tali whaitau le whionga le taitai whono le whionga le malu le whale ia e anga tonu ai le amata mea ma momori la palapa malo i le nei asu. Ai au te vatu le whaasitsilanga leo o mai ono o le laumua nei e mamaru lava le sa pe ata le ono ia i tau foi un tātou aloa ia fuafuanga le kalesia pe ona iai e te tau lava un tātou usta ia le porokalame le peristene e te nane foi le la tai mai te fono e leo le langona o te toi tātou sangatu lau sunga whawhengainga mamaru le tātou o fai pese mai tumboa se o tātou pese pea se tā longo ia ona ta ofi la titi la ia se ta tanga ia ona ta mo e leo tato po kalame ia mo falo lava vana nga ai e sa no malto ina ia leo sa no malto ina o fangs podia tele fu fanga tato ia o su mai la tato pese tato talvo ma tato foi pese au Tau sangatu leo talvou mai nuli. Leo talvou mai nuli le sunga le whawhengainga ma le whaltuan ma malu o leo whainga aruenga. Ia te nane foi ma malu o leo whioanga i pai uli meo lo whioai, hafi whioai maupu, o so li mtau ma whalofi. Ia e wha melo ai upo le tō whao ma malu na le itu au. O leo te tau sangatu ai ma le awa tele le pa ia ma malu o leo talvou. Ia o tō a mataloa na tā pena mai. O le au tō amata mea le nei tū lao le fiafi, peo na iai li porokalame a tō whaina. O le nei lava porokalame wa uma na ave le avea i mwha lau loa le ala fua ta oto ai, le nei aso mo na fuafuanga, peo na iai, whai ma leo fōi o suatu o sunga le whaatonu i a taua, tai whane o le whaatonu o le humanities, a te nane lo visa mamalu, ia o lana tiu te tau ave le nei ai pei tai ane. Ia i lea whaina, ia o loo sa whawhai tupu mai e o lea tunu e te nane foi mamalu o le kalesia e whaambolo ai le mamalu le nei aso. Ia ono fuwhanga whai le nei aso mona fuwhanga whai. O lea talvou mai nuuli, o leo talvou mai uli e amata mai le tupulanga talvou se o lava e se o apito matua ia o loo o lātou wha mau popoina le nei a tupulanga talvou ma tātou nuu leoni i nuu uli. O le ingoa le sosaiete o leo talvou o le ala o le ola. E kalesia whaapatponga KVZK i inu uli. O loo taitaina le sunga le whawhenga tau le langi ma le whantua. Le sunga le whawhenga ia le tuala sā, ma le whantua ia Amelia, Matangi. Taitai le sunga le whaiwheau, ia malae le vaula, o le perestene o pai siliva, o le sui perestene o taufusi tea po male. O le whailautusi o Amy le whanga ma siliva se ui. O la lātou teu tupe ia o le tamaitai o le tinafo ia Grace au tuatasi siliva. O le tōtino o le nei society e ono whai atu e amata mali tupulanga talvou se o lava i se o apito matua i le varus furu tausanga o le nei maafutanga. Nisi neo whaamtalanga i tusa haima le society e amata mali tausanga i tolu se o le varus furu tausanga. Le nei foi au talvou o loo iai ma se tasi o tamao le nu. Le ala tai mai le fio, lau a fionga le maupu, ia soli ai, ma le faltua. E leo e o loo fai ma faufautua, i te tonu o le utalvou e mese le kalesia ma le nu. Whaaftai, leo i loa lava le talatama o le toina. O mai lava, e a mailana utalvou, te nane suato le sunga le whawhengainga ma le faltua. Whapea foi tino maatua, le au sina se yo lava i whanau, la tō i o lo whautua pēr ina i o ngā tusa, le ngangana, ia male a mio pēo na iai le nei maafutanga, ia mau pēr le tō vai o le anganu ma le tautala, ina ia monuia tupulanga talavou mua tai au. Le ia tau le avatele ma le whaaloalo, o te wala o tuai, i le au talavou mai nuoli, o lo tau awanoa le mai se pati tele, e ia mre maru le au fia, o le ata tala e nuuli le au talvou le kalesia whapatutonga KVZK i a Mika Samoa, i le taitaina, i le tamama tina o le kalesia.
Test. Just 1, 2.
Mo le sila fia i leo fia o le whātirino le nei tala ma le nei pono kalame saunia le utalvou. O le ulutala e whapea. Ua ola Samoa, ua ifo le aso maliatoa. O le tala leo le a saunia le utalvou, mo le taperino le nei amatalia o le tātou pono kalame, ia peona iai le so mo le whamoimoe, ia mo lo whaaro la whaafitai.
Ua ifo le aso o mali toa. O le tala, ia mali toa whainga. O tangi o le fui tuai. O le pongi sā ma le toto masaa o Samoa na mua. O taimi silia o na ngalo ngata. O taimi foia o le loto toa o tangata. Ma tau mawhai e whaatu sona malo. I vai tau o le malosi. O le tau ta ua ma le saua. O se tangata i longa. Ma longolongo a i le nā vai tau. O le tangata le nei o mali e toa whainga. O mali e toa whainga. O le tupu na tau ta ua. O na o le saua ma le ai tangata. O mali e toa whainga. Sa pūlea le atu Samoa. I le vai tau o le se whuluwha seneturi. Sa longolongo a tala o le nei tai tai. Ona o le au ngā aso tangata. Sa tali ai lana sua. A se toi wa ainga lane nei. I le aso o mali e toa whainga.
O le fitua e! O ta pena ro waso. O amana o mia. O na toi whawhanga ina o lo mana.
Tala Samoa, Taua, Yamalitua, Seli Esawa Male Aitangata, Oletali Tumba, Fatu Teleina, Olona Malosi Imana Oletangata, Malitua, Aitangata, Malitua.
Lou malosi I manga o ngei kagata Ele ai se isi malo E sili atu I rou malo Oau e pule I Samoa atoa Oau e pule I Samoa atoa
Ua mai ale tau saminga mali atoa ele nasu. Ai ua alu le savali I savai le tu salenga. Le aingo tutula. Se tasi o lana whanau. A wale aso mali atoa. O loi mata ele mātū. Le wha mawhaenga uso ma ainga. O wao leo toi o seanga. O no whatu leo pa I atea, ma pa I alala. Se tasi o I la ua, e whai ai le aso mali e toa whainga.